There's a tweet I'm seeing here. Playing a qualifier outside Ghana, except in a tournament, is a national embarrassment. We must prioritize hosting our own games and protect our football pride. Godfrey, this sounds like a voice you're very familiar with.
Steve Napier.
He is not enthused at all.
But who is? Who is? Maybe the only person.
Those who are in charge, they don't seem embarrassed, right?
Every time I talk about the sports minister and the NSA, people think it's personal. I don't know him from Adam. I've never spoken to him personally. I don't want to talk to him. But he runs a space where I am an investor in. I spend a lot of money in that space. I know a lot of people who spend a lot of money in that space with the expectation that the person who runs it, along with the other institutions aside it, will be smart enough to take good counsel when it comes. Will have knowledge that guides the work that they're supposed to do. You know, every time I've spoken up, this conversation we're about to have, we've had before. Just that at that time, just that at the time, we hadn't been banned as we have now from playing football games, category 3 and 4, and I'm going to explain what all that means to people very quickly. But the point is, as we speak today, the Black Stars of Ghana, if they wanted to play a game here against any national team, would not be allowed to play in Ghana today.
We can play our own game like a home game in Ghana.
No,
the Black Stars
of Ghana will not be allowed to do it today.
The senior national soccer team.
Everybody knows what it is, Caleb. Don't worry. Today, they can't play. It's peak embarrassment. If I were the sports minister, honestly speaking, I would tender in my resignation to the president over this. Because you see, what's he going to do? He's going to fix the problem. The problem that him and the National Sports Authority created. What is he going to do? Okay, collect some money and spend on the pitch. And then what? Suddenly, he's going to start listening to all the advice we've given him the past 4 years that he hasn't listened to. Because he's always felt like he knows. But the outcome is there. The sports minister, under whose tenure the national team of Ghana, a country that has played at the World Cup in 2006, 2010, 2014, 2022, a category A national team, got banned. One of the most storied football programs in the world, their flagship team, got banned. In case people don't understand the seriousness of it, that the Black Stars of Ghana cannot play a home game in Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, Takrady, Tamale, same as Djibouti, same as Eritrea, same as Niger, same as Gabon, same as Sao Tome, same as Burundi.
Hey, maybe I don't know. Burundi is a war-torn country. They haven't. These
are the countries Ghana now shares relationships with. When it comes to not
gateway to Africa and things like that.
These are the countries we share a relationship with. When it comes to this particular honor, this dubious honor that Mustafa Yusuf and his friends at the Sports Authority have bestowed on us as a country. Why? Baba Yara Sports Stadium has been banned. On the 10th of September, actually, the General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association received a letter from CAF on the Baba Yara Stadium. You know why this is a problem? Before we went to the World Cup, which country did we play? Nigeria. Before that game, we had been told that we were going to play that game at a neutral venue. It took presidential phone calls. It took the input of so many influential people that Ghana cannot play Nigeria's home game on a neutral grounds.
Diplomacy.
Embarrassing.
So, hold on. So what did CAF do? CAF allowed us to play here with certain caveats. In fact, That was 2022. We went to the World Cup. Right? We qualified. We beat Nigeria. We qualified. We're happy.
And South Africa was very upset.
With a temporary pass on the stadium. Went to the World Cup. Came back with $9 million and shared the money amongst ourselves here. Forgetting that the stadium that we had played on to qualify, the stadium that we had used, not just the pitch, the stadium, we had been given a temporary pass. Since then, CAF has been giving us friendly passes until the recent game against Angola, where they said no, because the Angolan coach also spoke about the pitch. People said, oh, don't talk about the pitch. Ghana was going to lose anyway. No problem. But the thing is this. It's not just about the pitch. Last time we did the program, I spoke about the stadium. Accra Sports Stadium is one. And Accra Sports Stadium, I'm told in response, just to highlight how incompetent the minister and his people are. They said we should go and look at the Accra Sports Stadium and the Legon Stadium. And I'm coming to that one. Hold on. For me, Caleb, calm down. I know you want to say something, but you calm down for me. The Accra Sports Stadium, I spoke about it about 6 months ago. About the shape that it was in. Caleb, if you enter the washroom at the Accra Sports Stadium, you will die. I'm telling you. The sense that will overtake your senses. Something will happen to you on a Friday morning.
Oh my God.
It has been on the CAF no-go list for a while. Then, just to highlight again how incompetent the planning is. Did we not just spend $250 million or so hosting the All Africa Games 6 months ago? Yeah. Rebuilt the Legon Stadium, finished it. Yeah. And yet, some way, somehow, it is still unsuitable to host a Category 3 game.
After all that money.
It is still unsuitable to host a Category 3 game. And you know what is funny? When they said they told the GFE to go and tell CAF to come and inspect the Legon Stadium as a potential facility for the Black Stars to use, I would ask myself, have they seen the Legon pitch? Baba Yara pitch self, they say no. Have you seen the Legon pitch?
Legon pitch is horrible.
No, have you seen the Legon pitch? 2, what is the seating capacity of the Legon Stadium? Yeah. All seated. It doesn't have a press stand.
There's no media center. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to read something to you. CAF has categorizations of stadiums. There's Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, Category 4. A bit of education. Category 1 stadiums play women's youth FIFA competitions, qualifiers.
So we are talking and women's under 17, women's under 20.
And women's Champions League qualifiers. Category 2 stadiums, Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. The men's under 17, under 20, under 23 Cup of Nations qualifiers. Men's Champions League preliminary round. Men's Confederations Cup preliminary round.
So that's why Summertex and
Swatreman,
they can play in Accra.
Now guess what?
These rounds are preliminary. Right?
Now guess what? Where the problem lies? If Swatreman is playing today, if
qualify,
Swatreman wins today and win over the 2 legs, if Swatreman win over the 2 legs or Summertex win over the 2 legs,
problem.
None of them can play in Ghana.
Hey,
because we go to Category 3.
Yeah.
Men's Champions League group stage and quarterfinals. Men's Confederations Cup group stage and quarterfinals. Men's Africa Cup of Nations FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Men's Africa Nations Championship CHAN qualifiers.
Black Galaxy.
Women's Africa Cup of Nations final tournament.
Black Queens.
Women's Champions League final stage. Then you have Category 4 that can only play CAF Super Cup. Men's Africa Cup of Nations finals tournament. That's if you want to host an AFCON.
An AFCON, yeah.
Men's African Nations, that's a CHAN final tournament. Men's Champions League semi-final. Men's Confederations Cup semi-final. And then other top tier competitions defined by CAF. Now, this is the first thing. the biggest problem we like. On requirements for a stadium, there are different things. I'll highlight just a few for you.
Okay.
And then listeners who have been to Accra, Kumasi, Babaya,
Ask us if you see
Tamale,
those things there.
Esipon, Cape Coast, Legon.
Yes.
Ask yourself what it is. The first one, basic problem. And I want the sports minister and his people to listen well. The first one, 7.1. The first thing that they look at, the field of play must be smooth
And even.
level.
And level.
They didn't say must be green, which is why when we complain about the quality of the pitch,
went to spray
the pitch
Can you
and took photos of it to tell Ghanaians that the pitch is green. The pitch being green doesn't mean that it is smooth and level.
But this is
And
fraudulent.
several people have said this before. People with knowledge have told the sports ministry and the NSA that the quality of a pitch is not about its color.
Yeah.
It is about how it plays when there is a ball. It is about how it plays when pressure is applied to it. So the field of play must be smooth and level. Baba Yara doesn't have that. So they say, hey, you can't play there. Okay. Another one that we will look at that is a problem here. I want to floodlighting at the stadium. CAF raised this issue for us that the quality of the floodlights at our stadiums not good enough. Almost lights named brighty. So there's a certain wattage
The
for
measure.
category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. So for category 3 and 4, which is where Ghana plays, the national team, you are supposed to use between 1,200 and 2,000 LUX. Now listen to this. It says a minimum horizontal illuminance should be provided all over the pitch. The floodlight must uniformly cover every area of the playing field. In order to ensure that the match can proceed in the event of a power failure, independent backup power supply system that is able to provide the equivalent light intensity values instantaneously and without interruption must be available. Then it talks about power supply and other things. On teams and CAF officials, so the referees must have a dressing room for themselves. 1 for category 3, 2 for category 4. They must have a shower, individual toilet seats, urinals, bathroom sink, massage table, internet connectivity.
So this one we have it.
Calm down, I'm coming.
Sorry, continue.
Hot and cold water. Hot and cold water.
Now,
Go and bath.
this is your of you understand.
Go and bath at the stadium and see. Go and bath. Good ventilation or air conditioning. That one is there. Then I take you to the stadiums, category 3 and 4. CAF must have an office there.
Okay.
They must have one for the CAF general coordinator, match commissioner. I'm sure they can allocate rooms at the stadium for this.
Yeah.
So perhaps they'll do this. I'm going to take you to, they talk about spectators. I like this one. The stadium must be equipped with refreshment and catering facilities for all spectators in every sector of the stadium for category 3 and 4.
This one is there.
Where?
Have you been to Accra Sports Stadium before? There's only one joint. One.
Tego's Kitchen.
Tego's Kitchen.
It's joint.
Yes, Tego's Kitchen.
That's
Where
the
are you
only
going?
place. That's the only place you can.
It says that every sector of the stadium. The stadium has 4 sectors.
This side. And there's only one joint.
The stadium has 4 sectors. It does not mean the people who have been grilling the meat outside the stadium.
They are not part.
That is not part.
Oh, Charlie. Where did we pass?
Talks about visiting supporters. Talks about public access and egress. Talks about sanitary facilities
Oh, okay.
for spectators. Talks about a public address system for the stadium. Now, the public address system, listen to this, because somebody will say that the stadium has speakers.
Yeah.
The stadium must be equipped with a public address system.
Okay.
The public address system must cover both the inside and the outside of the stadium and be secured against failures of the main power supply. Giant screen for category 3 and 4 only,
Yeah.
which is where Ghana plays. Giant screen that provides optimal viewing for all spectators and in a location which provides no risk to spectators. We don't have it. The giant screen is part of the PA system and shall be used to deliver messages or public announcements in case of an emergency. On sanitary facilities, this is why I say go to the stadium. Sufficient, clean, and hygienic sanitary facilities for both sexes must be distributed throughout all sectors of the stadium. Toilets and urinals must be equipped with flushes. Sinks and amenities such as toilet paper and soap must be available. Accra Sports Stadium, Shitum, that's what is there.
Oh, hey, are you kidding me?
First aid facilities for spectators. Facilities for spectators with disabilities is there. It talks about VVIP and VIP hospitality areas. Those of you who paid the good money to go inside the VIP. For category 3 and 4, a dedicated lounge area must be available for the VVIP guests. If you've been to the VVIP area at Babanyara, hey, send me to me. No, you're my show.
VVIP.
I'm telling you, at the lounge area, Babanyara, hey, you can get a heart attack. The sense that will pass through you. I'm telling you.
It reminds me of some hall on some university campus.
Televisions directly connected to the feed of the OB van, not showing any replays. It's very specific.
Right.
Media-related areas. This is for us, the journalists. Have you used the media standard at Accra Sports Stadium before? You haven't?
Yeah. Is there even one? These days, you don't even tell the difference.
Yeah, because they sell seats. So the journalists are sitting there with the fans.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. We are there.
We are there.
So listen to this. Then I will just conclude quickly because you don't have too much time. The media tribune must be covered and centrally located in the main grandstand. It must have an unobstructed view of the entire playing area and easy access to other media areas. If you've used the Accra Sports Stadium before, you know it's not possible. And this is supposed to even start from category 2.
Wow.
Babayara, Bobo, Cape Coast, Bobo. In the media tribune, seats with desks must be equipped with power supply, internet connection, and LAN cables. You don't have some. The desk must be big enough to accommodate a laptop, computer, and a notepad. It is not enough. I've been there. I've been
Accra Sports Stadium.
I said
Every year they are like,
I've used every single stadium in this country. The media tribune should be accessible directly from the media center, the flash interview position, mixed zone, and the press conference room. Do you know where the media tribune is? Do you know where it is?
No.
Okay. In the media tribune, TV screens and seats without desk must also be provided. That's why I say the journalists who have been going to the stadiums, have you seen the media tribune before?
It doesn't exist.
A printer must also be provided in the media tribune. Go to the stadium.
Wow.
You see, so these are just a few of the things that a category 3 and a category 4 stadium is supposed to have. Since 2008, we have built these stadiums and have failed woefully to upgrade them and to maintain them, whilst everybody else has moved on and looked on. Because so far as they are concerned, if you can play football on the green, it is fine. Nobody has cared about what the attendance infrastructure needs. So it's always been, look at the pitch. Nothing else matters. In doing so, today, Tamale, Aliyu Mahama Stadium, it's in horrible shape. I saw a photo last time of you see, when you complain, they show you a photo of the grass. So they showed us a photo of the rehabilitated grass at Babayara, at Tamale Aliyu Mahama. Recently, last week I saw it. No problem. Esipon, that former finance minister, Keno Forata, told us was 90% complete with this rehabilitation. Go to them, see if they have touched it. Babayara just shut down. But even after CAF, the government uses the minister says we shouldn't play football there or something.
First after CAF.
Accra Sports Stadium, we are still playing there, riding motorbikes and things on the pitch. Cape Coast Sports Stadium, the baby one, is the youngest of the lot. That is where all the Black Stars games were sent. Ask yourself why the Black Stars no longer play in Cape Coast. They failed to maintain the stadium, not the pitch, the stadium. Now, UG. So, in all this, we ask ourselves, where did all the money go? Good. Baba Yara, since 2019, the Baba Yara that has been shut down, has been rehabilitated. I can count at least 4 or 5 times since 2019, including one where it was shut down for almost 1 whole year. That they were upgrading Baba Yara. This was either 2020 or 2021, if I'm not mistaken. We are in 2024. And then when I complain about Mustafa Yusuf, you think I'm being personal? This is, no, you see, if you know the work, it will bear you out. Yeah. If you know the work, it will bear you out. I want Mr. Bawa Hussein, the other one, what's his name? Bawa Majid, to today come and issue a statement and tell us that we are playing football in the skies. That is what he said after the Angola game when everybody complained. He said, did Angola play in the sky? Public servant. Public servant. Listen to what you said. Followed by, you see, the National Sports Authority. I don't know why. We went from Professor Tumesi, who was a problem, didn't know what he was doing, with the National Sports Authority. Not with teaching, with the National Sports Authority. And then we brought in Mr. Numekevo. Where's? I'm like, what have we done wrong in sports in this country to deserve these individuals? Why? So today, 13th September, Republic of Ghana.
You don't have
we are playing Sudan in October on the 11th. From what my checks, Sudan's itinerary was that they were showing up in Ghana on the 1st of October to train here for 2 weeks before they play us.
Where are they going to train?
No, also the training grounds that you can train everywhere, but where we will play the game. Now here we are. We might end up in Togo or somewhere. Which brings me to this, you see. Sometimes you don't want to think evil. But then another opportunity to take money. Why? Because if Ghana has to play away, I will state, please, the only place that Nanado and his people should accept, Togo.
You shouldn't go further.
We won't take Nigeria. We won't take Abidjan. They shouldn't try South Africa.
Yeah, the people who are thinking about South Africa.
They shouldn't try Morocco. They want to go on holiday. No. We are not going to spend money to fix the pitch to provide an avenue for you to go on holiday in Morocco. Yeah, because we know the minister will go if the opportunity presents itself. His deputy will go.
South Africa,
we know them. I keep telling you, the people, they know all the clubs in South Africa more than South Africans.
Oh, all the clubs.
Oh, they know them. Meet them there. Yeah, I think we go with them to the clubs. You understand? So, Stade du Kege is very nice. Mm-hmm. Now, when they get there, they should look at Stade du Kege and be ashamed of themselves.
This is Togo.
Yeah.
Stade du Kege.
Yeah.
Now, when they are returning, I'm coming. So, when they are returning, they should hold the hands of the groundsman who comes from Hohoi, a 30-year-old young man from Hohoi, and bring him back to Ghana to come and look after our pitches for us. I'll tell you something. Look, when we built Baba Yara 2008, and thank you, Bright Kankambwedu, for this one. I heard him talk about this yesterday. This country, Konsa, which put up the stadium, and Konsa is still around, by the way, spoke to KNUST and said, we want, to the relevant faculty, I think it was horticulture or something, we want grass. What can you do? They did everything, did a presentation, showed the samples of the grass. If you recall, if you were in this country between 2008 2010, that Baba Yara pitch was amongst the best pitches on the continent. It was not even in Ghana.
No wonder Kotoko used to dispatch teams off easily like
it's
that.
It's not like we need to go abroad to go and do this thing. Then they took all the contracts and gave it to my brother Frank Boatin. No, Frank Boahin. Green grass technology. Here we are, 2024. I think he has stopped working on the pitches, if I'm not even because they owe him plenty money too.
Wow.
But he must also answer for the poor state of the pitches themselves. Not even the state. As for the facilities, we know that NSA and the ministry have ruined it. But the pitches too. So Caleb, here we are. 4 World Cups, millions of dollars spent,
Money.
5 or 6 stadiums built, a new one constructed recently that cannot. You see, you know the thing, when they added the Lagos Stadium on capacity for the criteria,
Category 3.
Category 2.
It's 10,000, right?
Category 2 has to be above 20,000.
Above 20,000, okay.
So category 2 is up to 10,000.
Yeah.
Category 3 is up to 30,000.
The Legon Stadium is how many people?
So how, if you have even you take a cursory look at the CAF requirements,
The Legon
you will
Stadium
not. How do you put the Legon Stadium on the list? It doesn't take the numbers required for category 3 and 4, which is where the Black Stars play. So these are the people we have. These are the people we have, embarrassing us on a daily. I'm told they said they are going to spend some money to fix the pitch. Are they relaying it? We want to know, because you see, I don't trust them. We will not allow them to. We will see, and we'll go and check what it is they are doing.
So what are we doing well, Okara, in this country?
Well, I'm just saying. But the sports minister, he needs to back up. And he needs to understand that he has not been a good sports minister. It is not astroturfs, and we have spoken about astroturfs. I'll tell you something. I went to play. I went to Koja Samuel's place.
The Juventus.
Smack, Charlie, nice place. Well done, Koja Samuel. The quality of the astroturf. So I asked myself, if Koja Samuel, individual, has done this here, why is it that we are allowing the ministry and other people to be laying indoor carpets as astroturfs in this country? Look, anybody who has played on the astroturfs here will tell you, when it gets blazing hot, you can't play on any of the astroturfs. Koja Samuel's astroturf, if you let the sun shine at its peak, you will not, you don't feel anything. You don't feel anything. So why do we do this to each other? Look, they should stop taking. We've said this before, and it's not about repetition, but stop taking pride in the astroturfs you've constructed for us. All that money that you spent on astroturfs, we could perhaps have used some of that money as well, in addition to the World Cup money that you have blown, paid to yourselves and your friends, to give ourselves one good stadium. One good stadium. Think about it. The Republic of Ghana today does not have one good stadium. And by one good stadium, we are going by what a good stadium is supposed to have, not a pitch. Thank you, Caleb.
Go for it. So this is still Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana.